Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of CloudDeepDive. Today I'm excited to share something new from AWS that's going to make your security teams very happy. Today we are diving into VPC Encryption Controls, a new feature that solves a massive compliance headache that many of you have been dealing with. If you are managing AWS infrastructure for enterprise workloads, you have probably faced this challenge. How do you ensure all traffic within your VPC is encrypted? Not just some of it, I mean all of it. Organizations in healthcare, finance, and government need to demonstrate comprehensive encryption compliance. But until now, tracking encryption across every network path meant managing complex spreadsheets, piecing together multiple monitoring solutions, and in the end, you'll hope that you didn't miss anything. The problem gets even worse as your infrastructure scales. You might have Nitro EC2 instances that automatically encrypt the traffic. You might also have an older generation EC2s which does not encrypt the traffic by default. You have load balancers, databases, and several other services. And you need visibility into which connections are encrypted and which are not. Well, AWS just solved this problem with VPC Encryption Control, a new feature that gives you centralized visibility into enforcement of encryption across your entire VPC infrastructure. So, what is VPC Encryption Control? VPC Encryption Controls is a new capability of Amazon VPC that helps you audit and enforce encryption in transit for all traffic within and across VPCs in a region. It works in two modes. One is monitor mode, another is enforce mode. Monitor mode is where you start. It audits your existing traffic flows and identify resources that are allowing plain text traffic within your VPC. With this, you will get a new encryption status field in your VPC flow logs that shows you exactly whether the traffic from one point to another point in your VPC is encrypted or not. These are the encryption status values. So for the new field in the VPC flow log, if that has a value of 0, that means it's a clear text traffic. The traffic is not encrypted. If the value is 1, that means it's encrypted at the network layer by Nitro hardware. If the value is 2, that means the encryption is at the application layer with TLS. And if the value is 3, that means encrypted at both the layer, application layer as well as the hardware layer. And if the value is a dash, that means the encryption status is not unknown, which means that the VPC encryption control is not on yet. The second mode is the enforce mode. So once you have identified and fixed your unencrypted resources, you can switch to the enforce mode. This will ensure that all future resources are created on encryption compatible infrastructure and drops any other unencrypted traffic. So you will start with the monitor mode. If you have an existing VPC, you will enable the monitor mode first, and it will give you visibility into the resources inside your VPC that are generated unencrypted traffic. Then you will fix those resources. Either you will migrate it to the latest generation Nitro based instances, or you will delete those. And after that, you can do the enforce mode where it will make sure that any new resources coming is based on the new or latest Nitro based infrastructure. If you're creating a new VPC, then you can directly start with enforce mode because in the new VPC you don't have any resources. So next, I will show you exactly how it works. I will set up a simple but realistic scenario with some EC2 instances in a single VPC to demonstrate both encrypted and the unencrypted traffic. So we're gonna use this simple setup. I have single VPC with two subnet, public and private. In my public subnet, I have a NAT gateway connected to the internet. And in my private subnet, I have a network load balancer with a web server which target to it. And I have three client machines. Two of those are Nitro based and one is non-Nitro based. So the way we are going to do that from this client one, we are going to generate some traffic to the Nitro web server directly. And then we are going to generate some traffic from our non-Nitro client one to the Nitro web server. And the idea is to see that when the traffic is going between these two Nitro-based instances, those should be the encrypted traffic by default because both are Nitro. But when the traffic is going from the non-Nitro to the Nitro, that should be unencrypted because my source is non-Nitro based. Then we're going to generate some traffic from my Nitro client to the network load balancer, reaching out to this web server. Network load balancer by default are on non-Nitro based infrastructure, but the moment we turn on the encryption monitor mode on the VPC, AWS moves these network load balancers seamlessly to the Nitro based instances, and you don't see any kind of performance issue or anything. AWS take care of that automatically. So we'll see that in action when we go and turn on the encryption mode on the VPC. So next, let's go to the console and we'll see this in action. All right, I've logged in into my AWS console, and to start, I am on my VPC console page. Here, I'll go to the VPC Encryption Control tab and click on Create Encryption Control. If you want, you can give a name and then select the VPC on which you want to enable this mode. You will see because we are working on existing VPC, the only mode available for me is the monitor mode because we need to make sure all the resources running in the VPC are generating the encrypted traffic. Only then we can turn on the enforce mode. So we'll select the monitor mode and we'll click on create encryption control. So the moment you do it, what it start doing that it first identified what all unencrypted resources are running in your uh, VPC. The one is the Internet Gateway. Internet Gateway is expected because it generates traffic, external traffic that cannot be encrypted at the hardware level. Other than that, you will find the NAT gateway, which is again connects you to the internet. Apart from that, you will find your network load balancer, ENI. Like I mentioned, the network load balancers are by default on the non-Nitro based infrastructure. So AWS is going to migrate it automatically to the Nitro base. So it will take some time, and I'll show you once it's complete. The other ENI is one of our Nitro-based EC2 instances. Remember, we had the three EC2 instances, the client machine. One of those were the T4G, which is the non-Nitro base. So that's coming here. So to show you on the EC2 side, here is the ENI, which is my T4G, and you can see the IP address of that was 102. So my ELB and EC2 are showing as unencrypted resources. Now I'll go to my client machines and we're going to generate some traffic. So first I'm going to log into my first client machine, which is going to generate some traffic to my web server directly. So I'm going to run this command and I'm doing it from my client one to my web server directly. Similarly, I'm going to generate some traffic from my non-Nitro client to my web server. So let's do that as well. So this is my non-Nitro client, and we are going to generate traffic to our web server. And the third traffic we are going to generate from our second client to our network load balancer. So this is my third client, and from it I'm generating traffic to my web server via my NLB. So I use my NLB DNS name. It will generate the VPC Flow Logs, which is already enabled. Next, we'll go to the CloudWatch and we'll run some commands to see what is the new encryption status field values are for this traffic. So in the CloudWatch, we are going to go to the log insight, and there I will select the log group as encryption workshop log group I have. And I'm going to run this command where I'm saying that show me all those entries when my source address is my client machine IP address and my destination address should be the web server machine IP address, or the other way traffic if it is originating from the my web server coming back to my client machine. So when I run this query, you see all those traffic, and this is the new field which I was talking about, encryption status. Here you see my encryption status as 1. And as per the documentation, like I showed you earlier, 1 means that the traffic between these two instances are encrypted at the hardware level. So using these flow logs, you can always show to your auditing team that, hey, you can see that the traffic going between these two instances are encrypted. Next, let's see the traffic going from my non-Nitro based client to my web server. So IP address of my non-Nitro was 102 and the web server is 100. So I've selected the log group and I'm running the query here. In this case, you will see that all the traffic is zero because the traffic is going from a non-Nitro based to the Nitro based instance, and because of the non-Nitro nature of the infrastructure, my traffic is not encrypted. So to fix it, you can migrate this particular instance to a Nitro based instance, and after that, when you rerun it, you should see all those encryption statuses one. So next, we're going to test traffic from my Nitro based instance to my network load balancer. That's what we did it. And when we run the query, you can see that all the traffic between these two is unencrypted. And that's because my NLB is still in the migration phase, that is still running on my Nitro based instances or infrastructure, and AWS is working to migrate it, which can take some time. So I'm gonna pause this video and we'll come back once this is migrated. And in the meantime, I also terminate this particular instance which is running on my non-Nitro infrastructure. Alright, so AWS has completed the migration for that network load balancer. Now you will see under interface we have only one, which is for the NAT gateway. The other ENI for the EC2, I deleted or terminated that EC2 instance, so that's why we don't see it. Next, we'll go to our third client and regenerate the traffic to our network load balancer. And then we'll go to our CloudWatch to see the flow logs. So in my CloudWatch, I'm checking for last 5 minutes, and when I run the query, you will see that all the traffic between my Nitro-based client to my network load balancer is encrypted, which was coming as unencrypted earlier. So just to recap that any traffic between the Nitro-based infrastructure will be encrypted at the hardware level. Anything from the non-Nitro to the Nitro will be unencrypted. And once you migrate these instances to the Nitro base, your traffic will again be encrypted. And any traffic going via the network load balancer will be unencrypted because the underlying hardware is not on Nitro. And once you enable the monitor mode, AWS will migrate to the Nitro based infrastructure behind the scene. And after that, all the traffic routing through those load balancers will be encrypted. Next, we'll enable the enforce mode on this VPC and see what happens. All right, so after taking care of all the unencrypted resources, I can go to the VPC console and click on the switch mode and click on the enforce mode. Before enforcing, I need to make two exclusions because my internet gateway is not is kind of an unencrypted resource and another one is an ad gateway. So we need to exclude these two resources and then we can click on switch. So now enforce mode is active, which means that all future resources must be created on encryption compatible infrastructure. And if there is any unencrypted traffic, that will be automatically dropped. And you have a centralized automated encryption enforcement across your entire VPC, which you can show to your auditors. Now, if you look at the flow logs after that, any traffic which is generating within the VPC, your encryption status should be 1 or higher for any kind of traffic. So just to call out a few benefits of VPC encryption control, first, it makes your compliance simple. You don't need to track in your spreadsheets and you get automated audit trails for your HIPAA, PCI, and FedRAMP compliance. Second, zero performance impact because Nitro hardware's encryption is transparent and does not impact your application performance. For few of the resources, AWS migrate to the encryption compatible infrastructure like we saw in our NLB case. And last but not the least, it provides you a one place to monitor and enforce encryption across your entire VPC infrastructure. So if you are managing enterprise workloads that need encryption compliance, VPC encryption controls should be on your roadmap. You can start with monitor mode on a test VPC to see what you are working with and then plan to migrate to the enforce mode. I'm going to provide the documentation of this feature in the description below. And if this video helped you to understand VPC encryption controls, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more AWS related videos. Thank you so much for watching, folks. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.